Students, will start with the next topic, hormones in animals. We have already studied with hormones in plants. If you remember, last time we have seen auxin, then we have seen gibberellins, we have seen cytokinin and abscisic acid. These are the plant hormones and we have seen how they work. Okay. Now today we will study the hormones in animals. Okay. Now hormones in animals actually we can take one example and then study. That is, for instance, squirrels. Okay, when they experience a scary situation, how do they react? Okay, their bodies have to either prepare for fighting or they have to run away. Okay, now these two alternative activities, that is fighting or running away, are quite different. Okay, so there is a situation in which some common preparations have to be made by the body. Okay, only electrical impulses via nerve cells, okay, would be very limited. Only certain organs can be responding to these electrical impulses. On the other hand, if you have a chemical signal, okay, which is sent by the body, it will reach all the cells of the body, and then it provides a wide ranging changes. This is done in many animals including human beings by using a hormone called as adrenaline. So here we have the first hormone, that is adrenaline. It is secreted by the glands, which we are going to study in the next page. Okay, let us see what is adrenaline right now. Adrenaline is secreted directly into the blood by the adrenaline gland. Okay, it is carried out to the different parts of the body. Now the target organs where this adrenaline works, or the specific tissues, is first one is the heart. Okay, now the first, what happens to the heart beats faster, resulting in more supply of oxygen to our muscles. So this is the first effect of adrenaline. Okay, that more oxygen because of heart beat faster to our muscles. Second is the blood to the digestive system and the skin is reduced due to contraction of the muscles around the small arteries in the organs. Okay, so due to the contraction of the muscles, this is the second impact of adrenaline around the skin and all. What happens? The blood supply gets reduced. Now the third, it diverts this blood to our skeletal muscles. Whatever blood supply is saved here, it is diverted to the skeletal muscles, that is the muscles which are joined to the bones, okay, for the action. Now the last is the breathing rate. It also increases because of the contraction of diaphragm, which is located under our lungs. So the breathing rate increases because of this contraction of diaphragms and the rib muscles. So there are 4 different action of this adrenaline. Okay, that is, now this adrenaline comes under a system called as endocrine system, which is the second way of control and coordination of our body. The first way is by brain and spinal cord. So turn the page. Now here figure 7.7, we can see the endocrine glands in humans. This is the male and this is a female diagram. Okay, now all the diagrams, both the diagrams, if you can see, all the glands are same. Okay, you have a pineal gland here, hypothalamus, pituitary gland, same, then parathyroid gland, thymus gland, thyroid gland, pancreas and adrenal glands. All are same in male and female except the testes and the ovaries. These are the reproductive glands. These are different in both. Okay, all other glands are same. Now let us see how these hormones work. The first example we have already seen. Now there is the next example, how the hormones help in growth. Okay, now if it is, see why it is important for us to have an iodized salt in our diet. Iodine is very necessary for thyroid gland to make a hormone called as thyroxine. So this thyroxine hormone is made in thyroid gland. Now this thyroxine regulates carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism. Okay, so it gives us the best balance for growth. Thus iodine is essential for the synthesis of thyroxine. So that is why in our salt should contain iodine. Because of this thyroxine hormone is secreted. Because of this hormone, this all metabolism of carbohydrate protein is regulated. Okay, now if iodine is deficient, then we suffer from a disease called as goiter, and the symptoms are swollen neck. Okay, now you can see the position of the thyroid gland on figure of 7.7. It is near the neck. Okay, now next one. Now sometimes we have seen there are certain people who are very short or sometimes very tall. Okay, now why this happens? This is because of the growth hormone. Now one of the growth hormones is secreted by pituitary gland. Okay, now this growth hormone regulates the growth and development of the body. If there is deficiency in this hormone, then you have got dwarfism or the height is short. Okay, now along with this growth hormone there is a, did you know, connected, that is hypothalamus. Now hypothalamus is one of the gland where many hormones are released, but the level of growth hormone is low, then the hypothalamus releases the growth releasing hormone factor and stimulates the pituitary gland to release the growth hormone. So this hypothalamus is one of the gland which controls the pituitary gland. Okay, so it's a very important role that hypothalamus controls pituitary gland. Both of them are endocrine glands. Okay, now the next one is reproductive glands, that is in males and females, or whenever you are young, at the age of 10 and 12 you have seen certain changes which we will be studying in the next coming chapters also. These are the changes associated with puberty. Okay, now these are because of the secretion of testosterone in males and estrogen in females. These are secreted by testes and this is secreted by ovary. Okay, so the next one is where you have got diabetes, where the sugar, the doctor tells you to take less sugar in your diet and all these things. Now why this happens? This happens because a hormone which is produced by pancreas, okay, it helps in regulating the blood sugar level. If it is not secreted in proper amounts, then the sugar level of the blood rises and causes many harmful effects. So if this hormone secreted by pancreas is not in a proper level, then you have got diabetes, because the sugar level in your blood will rise. Okay, so there's a table 7.1 given in your textbook where you have to fill the table. These are the hormones and these are the glands and these are the functions. So please learn this table and fill the table. Okay, thank you.